I'm pleased we voted to leave. It is clear there are no lessons that are going to be learned from Brexit. It's pretty clear that the EU is getting on with it, and you have already appointed your divorce lawyers. And on behalf of the European Parliament, we've got Guy Verhofstadt. He's the man who's going to be negotiating Brexit. And if you were to think of this building as a temple, well, Mr. Verhofstadt is the high priest, a fanatic. In fact, there is only one real nationalist in the room, and it's you, because you want flags, anthems, armies. You are an EU nationalist. And I frankly think that this appointment amounts to pretty much a declaration of war on any sensible negotiating process.
The source of nationalism and populism is here. We are the source of nationalism and populism. If you defend Europe, if you defend European vision, if you defend European civilization, then you're accused today to be the source of nationalism and protectionism. Well, I think that people have the impression that their lives is not longer in control anymore by the politicians that they have elected, neither on a national level, neither on the European level. And what they see is terrorism, tax evasion, international crime, migration flows, and so on. And they have the feeling not to be protected against it. On the contrary, they see forces like competition, free market, free trade as a source of unfairness, as a source of inequality. You see the rise of nationalism and populism not only in Europe, let's face it. Mr. Trump in the US is another example. Here we have our own nationalists and populists, from Madame Le Pen to Mélenchon. I don't see the difference from time to time. And they all preach one thing, a false sense of security. They believe that with walls and fences we can solve the problem.
If you listen to what is happening in France, you can see that my party is the first party among young people in France, and Brexit has really broken a taboo. The Brits have shown us that you can leave the European Union and you can come out better. The catastrophic visions were just a lie. The UK is doing quite well. The shock that you wanted to see has now turned into trust. Everybody thought there was going to be an apocalypse falling on the on the UK, but that didn't happen. But of course, no matter what happens, everybody says here, we need more Europe. You're always saying, okay, terrorism, more Europe. Any problem, more Europe. You're thinking that you're the ones who can protect us, but people don't believe that. That's a magic wand that has no power. You are allowing for all the traffic and crime to go through the Schengen area. You're not stopping immigration. You're allowing for communitarism and Islam and terrorism to run free. What is the European Union protecting us from? Security?
Europe lives and draws from its diversity. Although it's often stated that this is the case, the Commission does not intend to get rid of the nation states. We don't destroy, we don't want to undermine, we want to construct. We want a better Europe. Europe is not going down the path of nationalization. It can never become that type of nationalized area, but there are splits out there, and often fragmentation exists where we need further effort from the Union, and that is leaving scope for galloping populism. And we cannot accept that, because populism does not solve problems. On the contrary, populism creates problems.